Hello everyone, thank you very much for watching my video. In this video, I'm going to show you how can you create a SQL instance, SQL manage instance. It is a very easy and simple process to create a SQL manage instance. So I'm going to show you how can you create it, create the SQL manage instance. The first question is the SQL manage instance, it is a PaaS or is it as is an infrastructure as a service or is a platform as a service? As you know, the SQL managed instance is a platform as a service. It is not an infrastructure as a service because when you create a SQL managed instance, we only can get access to the instance. We don't get access to this to the VM or to the operating system or to the server level. We don't get access to the server level, we just get access to the instance level. So this instance on the back behind the scene, this instance is deployed on a server, and that server, this VM, is taken care of by Azure, Microsoft Azure team. So we don't have to worry about upgrading, patching, anything when you create a SQL managed instance, because those server, this upgrading, patching, everything is done by Azure team. So in this video, I'm going to show you how can you create a SQL managed instance with a very easy way. All right, so just click on SQL managed instance on your Azure portal and just click on add. Right, so if you click on add, you have to do some work here. You need to put some parameter there. All right, so first thing first, you need to create a research group. And what is the research group and everything, I talk about more details about those things on another video. Please watch it. And in this video, we're going to create this instance. We will put in a different research group. So just click on a research group and we can put the name over there. We can say demo 5. Click on OK. So we are able to create the new research group, and all of our activity is going to be under this research group, right? Then you have to manage instance name. You can put your instance name based on your company standard. We can put the name over there. So I'm just using this video only for this practice or demo purposes. So I'm going to just say demo 5 as my instance name, and this instance I'm deploying on US East, Central US. If you want to change anything, you can specify the region based on your requirement. Then we're going to take a look at the general purposes. Let's click on it and see. As you can see, there are two types of service there. One is general purposes, one is business critical. So there is loads of advantage and disadvantage for both option, and I'm not going to talk about anything in this video, because this video mainly we are going to focus on how we can create the SQL managed instance. So for the demo purposes, I'm going to keep as it is general purposes. I'm going to go back and we're going to see big codes and storage in GB. You can configure based on your requirement. As you can see, max you can go 8, and over there max you can go as you can see you can go 80, and over there max you can go, I'm going to keep it on 8, and I'm going to max you can go 8190 GB, right? So I don't need all of them since it is like a demo purposes. I will try to keep minimize as less as possible. Okay, I don't have any Azure hybrid benefit, and I don't have any instance. I'm not going to include this instance right now. And for the backup of this instance, I'm going to select geo redundant backup storage. I'm going to talk about with 3 of them what the benefit if I use general redundant and locally redundant. I'll talk about in another video, right? So I'm going to click on apply. Right, so here you can put your server admin name. Remember, you have to remember this admin name, because when you're trying to log into this instance using SQL Server Management Studio or any other tools, you have to remember this username and password. Right, so I'm going to give you my password. I'm going to give my admin name demo 5 admin, and I'm going to create the password. Right, I'm going to confirm the password again. Right, so let's click on networking. Here we have to notice something is very important. Okay, so connection type, there is two two type of connection type. One is proxy, one is redirect. So I'm going to keep as a default. There is a big difference between two. We will talk about in future about those two. What is the benefit or the advantage or disadvantage? What the difference between two connection two endpoint, right? So public endpoint, we have to make it enable because we need to we need to connect to this instance using SQL Server Management Studio. So we are trying to keep it enabled. Allow access. I'm going to specify for now internet, and there is other things we need to talk about if we select on Azure service and internet. Right? So from now I'm going to keep on the internet, uh, and minimum TLS level is 1.2. Like click on additional setting. Additional setting of the correlation level. You can change it if you need it. Also, if you need to change time zone. We have to talk a little bit about geo replication, right? So a geo replication means the failover secondary. If your primary server goes down, all of your resource and all of your information, everything will fail over to the secondary server. We have to configure the secondary server. So we are not using any kind of technology right now in this video. Might in future we will use it. So we're going to keep it like we are not using any failover secondary. So we just select no. Click on next tag. We are not using any tag at all. Get review. We can see all of this information, all of this parameter we provided. We can see all of them are here, like the product details, SQL manage instance by Microsoft. As you can see, our estimate cost for per month, and also you can see the subscription level, our research group. We can see manage instance name, region, compute and storage, manage instance, admin login, and networking, collision, all of the stuff we can see. If we are fine, we can go for create. But before you create, I would strongly suggest to download those template for automation. If you need to deploy any kind of like same configuration in future, you can just reuse this deployment, this tablet, and you can download it and save on your local machine. If you need, definitely you can use in future. All right, so let's click on create. Right, it will take is saying that deploying managed instance is long running operation taking up to 6 hours. So you have to keep in your mind, then it might equal to take 5 to 6 hours to deploy this SQL managed instance. And most importantly, we can download another file called this deployment details. It's a very important file. If you see anything goes wrong on your deployment, you can take a look at those configuration parameter and everything on this file. If you unzip it, you will see there is two files are there. All right, so this is the basic way we can create your SQL server instance, SQL managed instance. And we have to wait until a deployment is completed. So as soon as a deployment is completed, we will try to log in to SQL instance. This instance using SQL Server Management Studio. But we cannot just copy those the host parameter and put on this SQL Server Management Studio, and we cannot use like this. We have to do some kind of configuration. We have to do some kind of configuration there. We have to create another subnet, and then you have to peering subnet. We have to create a virtual machine. Then you have to create a subnet, and those subnet has to be peering with each other. And then when we install the SQL Server Management Studio on VM, and if we peering the both subnet, then we are able to connect this instance from our Azure VM using SQL Server Management Studio. So in later video, I will show you how can you do all the configuration. That's all for today, and we'll see you in the next video.